Okay, you guys, we are back with another video and we're gonna talk about Offset. Guess where he was spotted? Not in Selena Paul's bed this time. Not this time. But if your next best bet is the casino, honey, you are right. So he was spotted outside the Hard Rock casino in Florida most recently. I think it's called Seminole. And he was there with Bobby Shmurda. Now, there's a little clip of Offset going viral outside the casino, and many people are looking at it like, oh my God, can you imagine? Selena Paul is a entertainer. She entertains celebrities, and she'll have them knocked out in her bed, and she'll do videos and share it on the internet. And these men are always telling her their private business, and she would come and tell the internet, these people private business. So Selena Powell is a plant. That's her job. Whenever these men want to get something out there, they tell it to Selena. Selena tells it to the public. So Offset told us that, Stefan Diggs had ditched Cardi B for 3 days after she gave birth because his name could not be on the child's birth certificate because Cardi B was a married woman who got pregnant for someone other than her husband. Stefan Diggs, being the immature boy that he is, walked out on her for 3 days, but Cardi B is just following that man like she's on a leash, honey. So if she loves it, I love it even more because let me tell you, Stefan Diggs and Cardi B's dirty laundry, they have been giving the internet life, honey. There's over 100 articles on Stefan Diggs and Cardi B within the past week. And I kid you not, I challenge you to just Google search Stefan Diggs and Cardi B. Scroll through the articles, count them, and at the bottom, go to the next page, count them, and you're gonna see, at the bottom, you're gonna see 25 pages, right? And on each slide, there are at least 10 articles. So when I say it's 100, you best believe that it's a whole lot more than 100, but I'm just saying it's 100, okay? So Cardi B and Stefan Diggs, dirty laundry, it's out here and everyone and their mamas are talking about it, but Cardi B and her supporters are not happy about what is public knowledge. You should not talk about Cardi B even though it's public knowledge. But let's talk about Offset. I want to go easy on Offset. You know why? In the time of need, Offset was there for my people. He might not be there for his kids at this time, as per Cardi B, but like hell, he's there for you see, this is what really tells you that something is broken about Offset. Something is broken about Offset, and I don't know if it is Takeoff, but since Takeoff's death, and I'm not making any excuses for Offset, Offset hasn't been okay. Offset has always been a cheater, ain't no doubt. But Offset has always been the type of guy who cheats with the finest girl, and he keeps it quiet and he denies it, and he loves the darkies, for those who watch Boondocks and understand the terminology and why I would use darkies in this scenario, right? Offset loved the darkies, and I feel as though the reason why Offset loves the darkies is because his wife hates them. You know what? I think Offset is Cardi B's karma, come to think of it. And then Stefan Diggs is karma number 2. Come to think of it, that could be the case. But anywho, Seth is out here at the casino, honey. Selena told us that he had a gambling problem, and when he was spotted outside that Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, the internet was like, oh my God, so soon. Selena just told us about this just a few days ago, and here you are out here Offset. You're at the casino already. Man, I tell you, Offset needs to go see a pastor. He needs to go to church. He needs to go to therapy. I honestly believe Offset is not over the passing of Takeoff. He's not. He's not. Because for someone who has experienced loss, you know, of similar magnitude, I can tell you that since losing my mother, I haven't been the same, honey. I haven't been the same. There are some days when I just, like, I'm wondering. I sit down and I ask myself, is she really gone? And I said, I'm going to go home because when I go home, I'm going to see my mother. I'm going to go to the country. And I was at my mother's funeral. I touched her hands. Her hands were frozen cold. And even though I saw all of that, there are sometimes I'm in denial about her passing. And I head to the country because a part of me is convinced that, I don't know, it's not real. And if I go to the country and if I just go home, it's going to be that bright and sunny day. She's going to be outside sweeping the yard. She's going to be making soup, baking sweet potato pudding outside on a coal stove at the back door of the kitchen, because that's what she does. She'll be making soup, especially on a Saturday. My mom would be making soup, and she starts soup early. And while she's making soup on a Saturday, she starts preparing Sunday dinner, like getting the meat cleaned, seasoning the meat, getting her peas washed, putting the peas to soak, and putting the peas in the fridge. And then she'll measure out the rice for the rice and peas. Yes, she'll measure out the rice for the rice and peas from Saturday, and she'll put it one side, and she'll have her little container that is designated for that, and she'll cover it, put it aside, and she'll start, the callaloo for the Sunday breakfast on Saturday. Yes. And she'd start a sweet potato pudding on Saturday. My mother doesn't know how to keep still. She's always cooking. She's always baking. And that is why our house and our yard in the country is always filled with people. Especially on a Saturday, we see people that we have never met before. And when my dad asks, "Can I help you? Is Miss Joyce here?" And my father said, "Yes, can I help you?" "Oh, I was wondering if I could get some of her soup. We don't know this person." Or sometimes they'll say, "Oh, I wonder if I could is she selling any sweet potato pudding?" Or sometimes they'll come and, "Can she bake one for me, please? I'll pay her." So sometimes I'll be here. The sun is hot. It's a Saturday and I'm going home, even though my mom is gone, because I'm convinced she's home and she's doing all of that. And then on my journey, the reality will kick in that she's gone, and I'll be just crying on public transportation. So I'm just saying all of that to say, since Takeoff passing, Offset has not been well. And this is why I always say to men, and I always encourage this: men, it's okay to cry. Men, it's okay to get therapy. Men, it's okay not to be okay. You don't need to be strong. That is why there are so many mad men around the globe more than women, because you guys have been cultured into believing that you have to be this macho kind of guy and you have to be strong. No, you can cry around me. You can cry on my shoulder because you're a human being. And I just think that Offset might be doing substance too. If you look at him, to cope, he's doing that to numb his pain because he wants to, and that is why he's acting weird and posting weird stuff and being gimmicky, even though he's normally funny. But his gimmicks are like on the Joker's level of darkness. For those who watch the Joker, they are on the Joker's level of darkness. And I think Offset needs to get professional help. He's not okay. Have you guys looked at him? I saw the video when Offset came to Jamaica immediately after Hurricane Melissa. And And because Offset came to Jamaica immediately after Hurricane Melissa, you guys know Kingston was not affected. They were at Club Taboo with Corey Todd and I think 21 Savage. And when I looked at Offset, he looked okay, but that wasn't Offset. And I've been noticing the clips of Offset since then, and I'm saying Offset really looks like he has lost himself. And I think that Cardi B does not understand what Offset is going through. And I think that is one of the reasons why since Takeoff's passing, he has been chronically cheating more than he normally would without caring, because I believe that Cardi B was not understanding his pain and he was looking for an outlet and he's looking for someone to understand his pain. And then, she's not understanding. So I think that could have also affected them getting separated and now getting a divorce. But I'm going to tell you guys, it's sad to see the side of Offset. Offset looks like a hot mess. Sometimes when you look at him, he definitely looks like a hot mess. But I do see Offset bouncing back because I think that someone may step in to help him, someone who he admires. I think someone may step in to help him, because if you guys look at Offset, this is not Offset. This is not Offset. Offset always loves to look his finest and he's looking his best, and he loves to work on his face. It seems like he loves to go to, the spa and get a facial and get his manicure and get his pedi. I'm always looking at his fingers and his face. So, and when you look at it now, you can tell that he's stressed, he's exhausted and all of that jazz. But I wish Offset all the best. I genuinely do. And you can tell that Offset is just not the same since the passing of Takeoff. He hasn't been the best version of himself. But best wishes to Offset. And that's all I have to share in this video with you all. Peace.